Okay, let's get started. It is Wednesday, November 1st, 2017, 3:05 p.m. here in Chicago. November 1st, I started the game November of 2012. It is now November of 2017. We're in shipping mindset. So let's get to it. I've kind of been talking a lot about recently, kind of about this switch into the shipping mentality, and it's always tough because especially when you're sort of really open about this stuff and talking about it, and there's just such a big gap between how players, like what players think game development is like and what game development is actually like, because I wrote like, I understand this quote, a game is never finished, it's shipped. Like, that's, if you talk to developers, everybody understands that. Like, that's what I've heard. And now I'm like, yeah, you do that, right? And it's not saying like you ship an unfinished game. It's that the thing that you ship in the end is not what you had started off with. Like, you were going to make this game and it was going to have all this stuff. And at the end, you're just like, well, you know what? We got this far in it, but like, we don't have another 5 years. This is what we got to hunker down and ship. And immediately someone was like, oh yeah, current gen devs justifying patches. And my first reaction was I just wanted to like get in an argument with him, but then you gotta, it's the internet, and that's just what happens. And I was like, no, that's not me justifying patches. That's just what game development is. And so you should be grateful if devs are patching the game. That means they're fixing things. They're still working on it. Anyway. Oh, I'm looking for a good GIF. It's definitely coming to Switch, or something I just have in mind. Have I said anything about it coming to Switch? I don't think it's anywhere on my site. No, it's just something I have. It's not even really something I have in mind. It's something people have been telling me to do. No, I don't think I said anything about the Switch. I thought shipping. I guess I can just go back and watch the archives. No, I was just talking about hatching. It's like, hey guys, we're gonna work on the save system today. Did you say switch? You're just hearing what you want to hear. What's up, Lolatron? Alright, I want to show you guys what I did, and then we will go and make these compatible with everything else. So, check this out. Take a box, put it in here. So now, look at this laser. This laser lights up. And what I like about this is it, you can use it to, so see that turns on, so it does block things. Now the only problem is it's is that I can block it, which I don't want. So let's make it, oh, that's interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so this is kind of cool, right? Because we can have a bunch of puzzles that revolve around this. So, for example, but just kind of getting this to like close correctly has been a lot of work. So we can have puzzles later on that involve. Yeah, we're aiming to. It's just been like a change in mentality. Like for a long time, it was always thinking it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough, and now I'm like, no, it's enough. We got a few, we got a couple in the works. So we'll look at a bit of that today. Oh, major idea. Oh, it's been a while. Yeah, and I talked about this yesterday on Twitter as well. Just kind of what. Hold on 1 second. Like some of my own mental blocks, By the way, this is brilliant. He's been laminating scratch off tickets. Like I think for a long time I kept getting comparisons to Antichamber, and I still do. But early on, you get a lot of things like, oh, is this is the exact same art style, and so on. And it, I really wanted to kind of push it and have the game stand out on its own. And it's just been, it's taken a really long time. This is from 2014. It's 2015. Go back a little bit more. 20. 2013. So, and yeah, I felt like I kept making changes, but the we kept making improvement, and I think it was good. And I think also, but at some point, I think I got to a spot where I'm really happy with where the art style has come, and you know, I think if at this point we're still gonna get those comparisons, but if somebody looks at this and says it looks exactly like Antichamber, I don't know if there's anything I can do, and I think that's like, you know what, that's like part of it is sort of realizing, okay, like I've pushed it really far, I'm happy with it. There's still gonna be criticisms, but I'm like, we're not gonna change people's minds. If you have any edge detection, I think we're gonna get that. Yeah, and I think once it gets out there, right, like once more of these images are shown, and when I see stuff like this, it makes me like, people like to compare, but I think we're really yeah, doing something new with it. So, like, I love this. Yeah, and so I think, but part of it was just me realizing, like, that's and talking about it has helped. Like, it's just been this huge mental block for me. Like, I always feel like I'm putting this game out there and it's gonna get compared to these other games that have done so well, and a lot of it is just like your own mental obstacles. And I think Jonathan Blow gave a talk about mindfulness, and I think that's been really helpful. Just kind of like being aware of these thoughts, and being able to be like, okay, I'm not gonna please everyone. So we're gonna but yeah, I think the game says what I wanted to say, and that is enough. And it's not, yeah, there's gonna be things like something that my friend Joel said. He made the game where you grow a tree on the iPad. He said yeah, like there's all these things that you want to put inside, but when you look back after it's shipped, they're gonna seem insignificant. Like, I mean, it's actually not shaded wireframe. This is what shaded wireframe looks like. Because I'm in the indie Illuminati. Yeah, like, I think it's just a lot of, there's going to be a lot of dismissive stuff, right? Like, you read Steam reviews and people are like, yeah, I know, it's those edges and you just can't get away. And you know what's funny is we impressed ya, like, because people are like, oh, you should have curves, but like, this game has curves and this game looks way more like Antichamber. And I think a lot of it has to do with the colors, right? But so if we look at that, and this, so Yeah, I think it's just that white and the primary colors, right? Like that. That's much more anti-chamber. You're like, oh, it's just SketchUp. But anyway, we have got to move forward. There's actually no ambient occlusion, which is interesting. There isn't. There's no ambient occlusion in my game. Okay, let's see. Let's add this up. Dark mode origin. All right. So I had a meeting with our producer today to go over all of the stuff for PlayStation 4, and I was gonna do it on my own, but then I went to the website and I couldn't figure anything out, and we had to jump on a call. And it took half an hour. We were like across 2 different sites, had some other like encryption program running as well, and we didn't even finish. Like we got halfway there, and she was like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to do some research on my own and then get back to you, because sometimes you need like some number, and then you got to call your account manager, etc., etc." Forward compatible means that. So right now, if you've got, like if I update the version of the game and then you have an old save, it breaks everything. So what I want to create today is some kind of system that tracks like, okay, here's the last version, like to go to the next version, you know, add this stuff, and then or some kind of way where we don't, if you have an old save and we update the game, that it doesn't break your progress. Yeah, and you know the tricky part is like if I add a puzzle, you know, say you get to level 5, because like all the levels are connected, right? So you get to level 5 and then I add a puzzle in level 1 that is mandatory, like you have to beat it in order to progress to level 2. That can cause problems. So I just kind of want to tackle it and kind of create a system that errs on the side of forgiving for players, you know, if they, so in that case, you don't, like, if you're already in level 5 and I add a puzzle in level 1, you know, I'm just gonna like make that as if it's been solved in level 5. Or if the change is big enough, what we do is we'll be like, okay, none of the saves before this number are compatible, so everybody just has to start new, because it's kind of a different game now. But yeah, just some kind of system in place, because right now a lot of, especially I noticed when we were doing weekly updates, a lot of people were like, yeah, I can't, my game is broken, because not everybody wanted to start the game from the beginning each time. And also, you know, like I've sent the game to Jonathan Blow, and he's played the beginning like 4 times, so I think he's kind of sick of it. So I want to just kind of, well, now I kind of got to make him replay it again because I changed the outline. But yeah, I want some way to kind of skip ahead for our own testing purposes as well. Somebody asked about Indie Illuminati. Why is that? Because I'm a member of the Indie Illuminati. I get to decide which games go on sale on Steam. Yes, I had a producer. I brought on a producer, I think about a month ago. She's helping with primarily all the PS4 stuff. So, you know, age rating, applications, when do we need to submit for certification, what do we need to request from Sony. It was originally she's kind of she's not full-time. Originally it was kind of an as needed basis, but as we switched to this shipping mentality, we now meet at least once a week. So every Monday afternoon we do a check-in, and that's so she can be like, hey, here's, this is what you need to get done this week. Like, on Monday she was like, if you can't get things in by the next 72 hours, you're not adding them. Like, they're not. It's if you're thinking new mechanics, new features, if they're not in the next, if you don't have a basic version in the next 72 hours, they're not going in. And so I made sure to add the laser, which is just for everyone that's new. Give you guys a sense of what this mechanic is. It's weird. It's kind of like having a parent, like having an authority figure as an adult. It's kind of weird. All right, so one of the things to make the design of the Dark World a little bit more prominent, and to just kind of help guide players around the level in a game, help them orient themselves. So we got new doors, and also we've got these lasers. So this is to kind of like tell players where the Dark World is, how to access it, and the idea is you're kind of rewarded with it as you solve puzzles. So, for example, and what we have here is you can see this laser is blocked. So this is this new mechanic that I want to add, which I think is interesting, because what I like about this is that it opens up the game to take place with the entire level. Because we've got puzzles, and a lot of the puzzles are like this, right? There, you come in here and there's like, okay, there's a door that I want to open. I'm in a room. This is the door I came in from. There's some kind of setup, and I need to get a red cube there, and I've got like 3 blue cubes and 1 red. This is very self-contained. But what I have in mind, what's cool about this mechanic is it becomes, you can start it. You can have it take place across the entire level, and it also is not just about the blocks, but it's also about navigation and how the architecture is affecting it, right? So in this case, we have a very simple problem, like this laser beam is blocking. We just gotta open these doors, right? And if you can see open the doors, then this is going out to here. So the lasers help point you to the Dark World activator area. And I'll be honest, I am not a huge fan of the laser. Like, it's in the Talos Principle, it's in the Witness, but I think it's in there for a good reason. Like, it's like you want everything to be original, but also you have to kind of realize at some point there are there are things used in games. There are reasons why conventions exist in games and why players use a lot. they're both like sources of power. I mean, the glow is just like it's light. It's just bloom. I mean, we can turn it down. I kind of like the glow. I think it adds something interesting to the, you know, just anything that's kind of bright glows. I am not going to add a spiral laser because it doesn't change anything mechanically and it's just more work to do. So but yeah, like the way this totally uses it, and it points you to the mountain that you have to go to, right? And this is like the same thing. We're using it here, and it's pointing you to, because like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the laser, but it's better than the, you know, we're not doing the Assassin's Creed, you know, like go here. And then they'll have like to do like kill John, the boss, steal coins. And it's like, oh, you've done it. You know, like this is, and then there's sort of this little map down here where it's like you, your goal, like enemies around, like, yeah, I didn't want to do that, so I feel like we're already doing away with a lot of these current gaming conventions. So with the lasers, I think it helps. You know, the lasers, yeah, they're cool. Like lasers they're overused a lot, but they do have a purpose here. Your health bar up here. You know, this will be like circled out because it's bright and you want to interact with it. And then they'll have like the story subtitles down here. It's like, I must save the world. This is yeah, this is the big AAA release for next year. Manifold Destiny. Maybe not. Maybe not. Didn't you hear I said I'm trying to ship? Why not have fractals? Tell you what, you design the fractal pattern to make it work with the game. Give me the tech, and I will put it in. I'm not doing anything. All right, so let's okay. Let's talk about this. Princess okay. Oh, you know what? Let's go. I need to test one more thing. Up here. So I'm like, guys, I'm trying to ship. How about fractal lasers? You would, to be honest. Guys, I don't know if you guys haven't been paying attention to my stream, but the lesson here is there is nothing simple in games. Did you see that that tweet that's been going around? Everybody's like, oh yeah, just add multiplayer, it'll take a week. And people are like, dude, I just spent 5 hours tracking down why, like, this random scrap of paper, the text is referenced wrong. So, no. So, no, we're not doing We're not doing whatever you guys just suggested. If it doesn't help me ship the game, I'm not doing it. How much do I earn from Twitch ads? I have no idea. In other words, not a significant amount. I don't know if I'm allowed to share the numbers, but let's just say, let's just say that an entire year on the money I make from Twitch in an entire year barely covers my rent for 1 month. So, to be honest, you would, said who, but a fractal is just a self-repeating pattern. One employee, 1 week. I think they should do, there should be a rule where you're not allowed to comment on game development unless you've made a game. Doesn't have to be a complicated game. It can be a quick game. I mean, I wouldn't be allowed to comment, but I'd be okay with that. I still think the funniest is Reddit trying to do Half-Life 3. They're like, we should just do it. You know? All you really need is like a designer, a programmer, and a writer. And they're like, and their writers are so cheap these days. So really just, and like you can probably find a programmer on Fiverr. So really you just need a level designer, and anyone who's played Half-Life can do that. I don't know. I think it's just, I think it might just be a game thing. There's so many of them. Don't worry, said who. I know. I know. I know you're kidding. Okay, so what I want to do here is either you win or you learn something. Oh fuck. Why is this? This should not be adding. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these add component. Yeah, so this is really annoying, but when you do wait, did I swear? I probably did. Yeah, like I don't know if you guys can see this, but basically we had this script that would kind of like it would add a mesh script if it detected it was missing, but I don't know what would happen. They added like 1 million of them. Ooh, I wonder if it has to do with no, I don't think it would be doing it in level build prep. If it is, I need to double check that. How many commands? I have no idea. I think every time anybody asks a question, I make a command. Some water. Okay, so what I want to do is test it with, I want to test this with another object. So in this case, we have it going through. And what this is doing is it's, okay, first we need, now solid state combo. We do need, let's see here, let's see. Okay, activator button. All right, see you later. Major idea. Okay, now we got this here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add. Mesh, so this is gonna connect up to here. Minus plate. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, in this case, line mesh. We're gonna grab the chainable. So this should ideally turn this on. Okay. Miguel Murca, what's going on? How you doing? Okay, so first I would just want to, let me test this. Okay, so that makes it solid. So what we should see here ideally is that this is blocking the, I want to see it block our laser. Oh man, Matthew Vandervander hasn't been here in a while. Really ought to thank him for having me add a shortcut key for NoClip because it's been super handy. Yes! This is exactly what I want to see. What is this piece? Okay, so that's good. Get that working. Shipping the game. You mean? Oh yeah, that is true. Huh. That's okay. What's up, Jet? Okay, I'm gonna get down to here. Boom. Boom. I don't think think you're like, so what I like about this is it starts forcing you to really think with the entire level in mind, right? Like, so, you know, for example, in this case, like where, like maybe you need a bridge to get across. Fuck. Always gets disconnected. You know, we're gonna spend a little time. Actually, before I get to the safe system, I want to spend a little time. Actually, no, fuck it. I gotta work on the safe system. I was gonna say I want to spend some time making these look better, but we're not gonna change it. What do you mean Portal 2 style? Like I wanted to, I was like, oh, you know, let's spend an hour like just improving how this looks, but oh no, we have different types of bridges. The light bridges, there's another one that's a little bit more like it. This is not really like the Portal one. So they have, you can see it's got a very distinct shape, right? So in this case, what's going on here is that it's blocking the, oh yeah, you know, we gotta use water to stop it as well. So so somebody have asked about, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it. So somebody asked about like the ability where if you hold down a button, you can rotate one. You can rotate like this. So if you're here, so right now, like let's say you're facing, that's you, okay? You have to actually turn around, fall down, and then while you're facing here, you rotate. But some people want like a way where you can do that, but it's problem is it's a 270-degree movement, which not sure if that feels good. So yeah, you can see here, it's stuck, right? Like that's just sort of blocking it. So if I move this away, that makes it solid again. So this isn't, it's actually not super accurate to call this a bridge. Alright, now finally I want to experiment with water. Water is always kind of tricky. I'll show you where something that's a little bit more bridge-like is. Yeah, one problem with this is it's kind of hard to figure out like where it intersects. Is it raining? So this mechanic is a little bit more like. This mechanic is a bit more like the light bridge. Man, so, you know, usually don't talk politics here in this chat, but all this stuff in the news about George Papadopoulos, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And I didn't realize he was my age. And you know, it was like, man, he's my age, and I've always like, I think I'd like to do something important by the time I'm 30. I haven't really done that yet. And I've just been kind of feeling a little bit down with this game, and I was like, well, at least I'm not arrested for lying to the FBI. Like, that's... I guess there is that. So... It's all about perspective. Yeah, I didn't know, this guy might take down the entire, the current administration. You know, I was just like, I think I would feel much worse if I was currently being arrested for, if I'd just been arrested. Like, it's like, man, if you think trying to ship a game in 4 months is stressful, you should try getting arrested by the FBI. That'll make you wish you were shipping a game in 2 months instead. Yeah, I think I've been thinking a lot. I think what's been really wonderful with these last 5 years, it's been a very introspective journey. Where is the... Huh. This is messed up. Very introspective journey for me. Okay, so what we have here is this is the water, and it's gonna flow through here, and it should, if this is working correctly, it should freeze. Hope so. Yeah, it's all like I said, it's all about perspective, right? Which is why streaming is good, because you're otherwise you get too caught up in like your own little world. Which is just like kitchen, living room, bedroom. All right, so let's see here. It should all work because we're filtering for all layers. Okay. I don't know why these other levels are being loaded. That's a little concerning to me. What the? Damn it. Seems like water direction is... I worked in physics while I was still a student. I don't know why though. The water directions just get all messed up all the time. It's some kind of yeah, like that. This makes absolutely no sense. Whoa, it's only been almost an hour. I don't... There we go. So sometimes I don't know what happens. The rotation just gets totally messed up. Okay, that's fixed now. Hey, Dario. Okay, let's now watch this. We're gonna get back into here. Let's turn this guy on. Okay, let's turn him on. Oh, so some people have talked about, I gotta figure out how I can make the game better and not make people dizzy. Okay, boom, let's get up here. Okay, so this is here's should have seen that. Missed it. I do a lot of these, like I draw a lot of these gizmos. So here, basically, what you see is this, the white line. That's the direction. This is the gravity direction. So that's the forward direction, and then these purple lines are where it's going. Now I really should. Interesting. I feel like I should make it the color. Well, you gotta play it. It's more motion sickness. It doesn't Oh, I gotta go buy some candy today. Everything should be on sale. I am using version control. I do it just offline. I do it on the other Um, I do it on another monitor. Yeah. Just because you don't see me doing something doesn't mean I don't do it. There are a lot of things I do that you don't see me doing. Sounds very creepy. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we got the color. So you see that that's a blue line now? Well, hopefully we wanna solve it before it comes out. We wanna fix it with playtesters and all that. Okay, move up here. Come on down and press this. Okay, now, so this is, you should see this. Yes, that is lighting up. Now, this is what's going to happen, right? We are, somebody asked about water, so, can't the water, can I move this water? Not far enough. Okay, so I think it's going to not, it's going to ignore that. The crazy thing is, this Papadopoulos, we just, I don't want to keep going back, but he went to DePaul University. That's like a bunch of, that's here in Chicago. A bunch of the game developers in Chicago went there as well. Like, I wonder how many of them knew him. This is weird when people your age are in the news fucking up the world. I'm like, I don't know, I lead such a... Привет! Alright, so... Что ты делаешь сегодня, мой друг? Speaking of Russian studies, yeah, I think, okay, should laser go through water? Does laser does go through water? Does laser go through water? I know the answer is yes. But not very well. Can I make it refract? No, that's too complicated. We're gonna have it go through water except when it's frozen. So no, the water's gonna be too much of a pain. No, we just gotta put it in the correct layer. I don't even know what layer it's in. Hey, Ryan Blood, what's going on? Ah, there we go. Okay. So every time I do layers in Unity, I have to... It's good enough. What's the, you gotta do the binary thing? Bitwise, I always have to look at this guy. Yeah, okay, not that. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to do the, I just want to do this. Which is, I want to ignore the, hold on a second. What the fuck? Hold on. Let's... let's see here. Collision layer. Oops, not that. Bit mask. So I always... what is it? Is it the water? No, fuck. Yeah. I think it's water. It ignores water. It ignores solid waterfall, which is, this is really annoying. It's, we like use the wrong tag and it's called solid state waterfall, but really we mean okay, so this is this collision layer we want to use. Laser is on. We're ignoring everything except solid state waterfall, and then we want to do the, where's my raycast? Raycast hidden foe, float distance, and is that, what is the next one? Raycast Unity. Like, I've been doing Unity Raycast since day one of this project, and yet every time like I want to do anything, I have to research it. What am I doing here? Point A direction. There's just so much to remember. Oh, yeah, I probably should have done that. Let me see if this... Okay, let's switch to... Is that gonna... Yeah, what I want is the water going through, so... But now this is kind of annoying because I have to... It's like every time I gotta set this up. So boom, boom, boom... Boom, and it is that... Okay, this is really obnoxious. So I just kind of keep missing it. Okay, yeah, I think that's totally fine for water to go through. Oh, no, wait. No, wait, I totally... Wait, what? Okay, yeah, that freezes it. So yeah, see this... That freezes it. So that's another cool thing. Right, where we have to... It's like if you want to stop it... because this means like you have to be in yellow. So what you gotta do here first is get this water out of the way. I don't know. I kind of feel like water should just... you know what though? You know what? I kind of think water should stop it all the time. I don't know. Maybe it's too complicated. No, you know, we'll leave it. Let's leave it. I wonder if it gets too... Let me get some more water. Speaking of water... Okay. Well, I love program at Silver One map to complete procedural map generations using seed. Oh yeah. That's a mode. Okay, so we've got everything here. You know, I kind of think. All right, I'll see if it's confusing for players and then change it. But this means we can now go back to, let's start working on our save system. Yeah, it just, having the water only stop it when you are in a different gravity can just be, it can just be annoying. It can be confusing. Yeah, it can be hard to track. Huh. Though I could save that for a hard puzzle. Okay, you know what we're gonna do is first. Okay. Several things I want to test. Take a look at this. Okay, so what I want to do is get the save system to a really solid point and then go back and start putting in the new design for everything. Make sure game is playable start to finish, and then we're basically shipping zone. So started working with a few artists. It's definitely been a new experience for me to learn to communicate with them. Okay. All right, let's look at this world growing. Whoa, what? Huh. It just doesn't feel solid enough. Hold on a second. Let me slow this shit down. Let me slow this down a bit. I don't know why stopping play, going back into editor, takes so long. Like, what's the problem here? So world grow. So let's slow this down. Let's make it like 150 seconds. No, that's probably too much. Let's make it 90. So 3 times slower. Yeah, the thing's loading in and being disabled. That needs to get fixed. Man, I think that looks pretty neat. Yeah, that definitely looks much better. That's a good one. Move to done. I'm gonna ask Arthur to let me tweak that, but we're gonna put that, like, that's good enough. Honestly, to me, I think we can do stuff to make it better, but that's good enough to ship. It's more important that it works. Do I think it would help? I don't know. I mean, I think it's like maybe a little bit, but it's not a priority for us to tackle it at the moment. Well, we'd have to have the stuff flying out. Light. Light. Well, the shadows do look amazing. This water is too bright, you can't even see the light, but it looks amazing. Okay, we're definitely getting like a level that's full of water, and I think this default water material. You know, we'll worry about it later. Let's tackle save system now. Oh no, wait, hold on. Let me go back just one thing. I do want to... I should just put it on the list for Arthur to look at. Okay. Solid state water, solid state water. Okay, so I gotta just take a picture for... Hey! I'm gonna go buy some candy. Too much foam. Can't see color. Okay, so that's good. Hold on 1 second, my friends. I'm going to just post that on Trello so we've got something we can take a look at. So yeah, basically you can see here's the problem, right? It's a visual thing. Try coding while 25 people watch. Alright, now let's save system. Here we go. Here we go. Starting to Twitch. Yeah, I recommend it. It's been I've been doing it for 2 years. But yeah, it's been overall fairly positive. I mean, I do feel like my channel hasn't really been growing, but that's not really something I've looked into too much. I'm not too sure how to, honestly, not too sure how to make it grow. All right, so save manager, right? When we're writing each game save, almost 5K, yeah, but like I feel like the viewership is, well, it's like between 20 to 50 on any given day, which I think is quite strong considering how much I stream. But I see some like game dev streamers with, like, they'll pull in over 100 people regularly, and I'm just like, I don't know how to do that. So how do we do this? So we should do like public int, like a version number, right? So well, after, you know, a lot of people have been asking if I'm going to keep streaming after I'm finished with the game. Well, the wonderful thing about streaming after the game is done is I'll get to switch my camera to color. That talk I just linked to has a bunch of tips at the end. Compatible. So how do we do this? So let's think about it. So I've not done a forward compatible, not had to make it compatible before, but how do we do this, right? So when it reads it, like what's going on? So when it hold on a second. So you know, really this should be actually, so that actually needs to get updated. I'm currently working with one. So there's one guy at the moment. There's one part-time programmer, and his stuff's really winding down. So he does like, I don't know, I think 10 hours a week, helping with some visuals. There's like 3 artists, but they're all part-time, so they each do like 5-6 hours a week. So it sounds like a lot of people, but it's not. I would say it's less than 2 people full-time. Like, like major number. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'll be right back. I knew Port Punky was coming, so I took a break early. Yeah, so we're splitting this up where I mean that's Oh, cool. Awesome. Congrats. Major revision number. What do they call this? Like, pro, like version numbering for software. So is that major, minor, patch? Yeah, the only thing is I use I showed the version what exactly is a patch? Like what's the difference between my roommate just texted me, "Hey, heading home early today, FYI." I'm not his keeper. But what's a patch then? Isn't a patch just bug fixes? I think there's been a few times where he's been home when I haven't expected him to be, and he's just freaked me out. Like I'll be streaming and then he just shows up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is so this is minor version. Yeah, I don't really do the yeah, the thing is I don't really use a patch number. The really number that I track is what the revision number in our version control is, right? So that's just like right now that's 3311, but that means like when I see a build I can go back to our source control and see it's like, oh, I see, you know. So I don't really do this thing. So it's like 100. The thing is, I don't really have like a patch number, but I can see. Actually, I can see why I'd want a patch number later. Oh, okay. So major, minor, patch, revision. Got it. Okay. That's what's going on. Revision number. Hey, yeah, I'm trying to split them up into different numbers, so like I don't. The really annoying thing is right. It's more for me. And let's just hope that the ugh. Oh my god, why am I even doing this? I should be. This is stupid. You know what? We should. God, this is so dumb. Obviously, I should just have a version number code, and then that implements that puts it here. It puts the final one here. I don't know why I was doing this dumb thing. Like I was trying to space it out all correctly. God damn it, you're distracting me. Crafty Geek, Prime TNT. Do we really need... Do I need the mono behavior on this guy? You know what? I want this to be... just so we can access it. This should work. We do, just a heads up, we do have like a massive backlog. Hey, Jessica, thanks for the host. Um, we've gotten rid of a lot of that stuff. It's more like not adding in new things. Yeah, pretty much. And we just gotta, you know. Yeah, like, cause there's still stuff we're adding. We're still like replacing, improving art assets and adding sound and music. We're just like, oh, it's more like, hey, what the fuck, man? Version number. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the. So it's actually text message per GUI. So what I would like to do is. Okay, once this is done. No, we're I'm just really bad. Like, we're gonna, cause there's not a version for you guys to test right now. So I am going to, I need to get that done first. But we got the pipeline, which I think is good. No, I gotta get going. Yeah, I am, but we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna get to everyone because I'm sort of doing an order. But like one of the like so I'm figuring out the best pipeline when it comes to working with playtesters, because so one of the problems is like I'll send out a build of the game, and then people won't get a chance to play it until 2 weeks from then, and then like I've sort of made a lot of changes, so that's not as necessary. So like I'm trying to smooth it out where like this is our new pipeline, right? So we have the list of beta testers. What we do is we send out an automated, we'll pick like 50 people, we'll send out an automated, we'll send out a group email. When I say automated, I mean like using the mass email thing in Gmail, which lets you send up to 50 emails a day. So we'll email those 50 people and be like, if you can sign up, if you can play, like here's a form to sign up. So we get them to sign. Yeah, it's kind of another form, which is annoying, but so they sign up on that form. We then only get, so that it's like only if you can play it this weekend, fill out this form. We get that form, they're in a database, and then what we can do is we send those people keys. Oh, I'm getting confused here. We send those people keys, and then we send them another form at the end of the weekend that's like, put the YouTube video here. Because, yeah, so here, yeah, basically what happens is a bunch of people contact me on different channels, so like Facebook, Twitter, DM, Twitch, Discord, and email. And I give these people keys, and then they're all playing it at different times. They're all playing like different versions at different times, and then getting back to me with YouTube links in these different channels, and then it just gets super difficult for me to manage, and I can't like, right? Because when I get the message, I have to be like, where did you, like, which version was this? When did you play it? What have I done since? And so if we can get everything onto a database, then that'll be super easy, because I can be like, okay, you know, we send out the build on Friday, people play it and record it over the weekend and submit it on Sunday night, and then I look at those, and then like on Monday afternoon I can set aside a couple, you know, Monday evening I can set aside a couple of hours to watch all of them at once and just like figure out what the problems are and then move on to design. So that's the new pipeline. Like that didn't really occur to me, you know. I kind of thought I would just send out the build and then you get the feedback, but you really need, like, the feedback needs to come in at a certain time, otherwise it's not really that useful. Because like you get a video of gameplay and it's an hour, and like I don't have an hour kind of randomly to spare for it. Like I have to be in the zone where I'm watching, like actively looking for feedback to figure it out, like 24 or 48 hour, you know, because it's like, okay, well, here are the decisions that I'm not sure about from a design standpoint, so let's do that. And so like, yeah, I really only want to be testing with people who can do that in like the 48 hours, whether it's like playing the game, recording, and then uploading it to YouTube, right? Like so that's why we want to do the kind of filter step. I wonder if this will mean that it's like it's recreated again. Oh, hey man. Cause yeah, like I got a gameplay video today, and it was on Twitter, and but you know, I think I contacted him like 3 weeks ago, and you know, obviously, like right now I'm working on the save system, and I've changed a whole bunch of things, so the stuff he sent me is no longer relevant. So yeah, I don't want people to be doing work that's not used, and I also want to make it easier for me. Yeah, it's OBS would be awesome. So I don't know, like I know you guys just signed up on that link. I'm not sure if that's the best one. We'll try it. We'll go through that and just like, cause the way we do it in order, just whoever in the next like 50, we'll go down like the next 50 people and we email them, but maybe not all of them are active. I think that's better than just like sending keys to whoever. You know, like I do want a diverse group. Oh yeah, so that's much better. That's that new you guys can see it. There's our new I'm like looking around trying to but there's our new, that's the beta 0.1.10 3311. Actually I'm gonna change this because I don't think it needs the space. I mean, it actually kind of makes it hard to read. So we're on major, we're 0.1.0. Yeah, OBS works. All right, my friends, it is time for me to leave. Yeah, but like I said, if you sign up now, I don't think it's gonna work. Testers or something. Honestly, I would just I'll put it on Discord as like another one. We'll do because in addition to going through people in the list, like trust me, you probably might not even get to play test the game. But so I'm gonna do, you know, yeah, that looks good. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. You know, we'll do I'll have like random callouts or something, a different sign up, and you can join on that. I think you'd have a better chance. Are you on the Discord? Honestly, the Discord would be the best place to do it. Twitter, I'll post on Twitter, but it's easy to miss. Oh, you're not in the Discord? Okay. Yeah, then the Discord is gonna be the best place. Man, I'm trying to revert and change files so we can push these changes. yeah, the Discord is going to be the best place for most up-to-date information and memes, etc. Okay, so I need to add that new script. So version number. Okay, manager. Let's see, what did we do today? Laser now goes through water when flowing, but not frozen water. Version number now has better input. Added version number for game save to begin forward compatibility. Okay, my friends. I think there are a bunch of new people here. I'm working on this game called Manifold Garden. It's been in development a very long time. Almost 5 years. End of this month, it will be 5 years. To be fair, I had zero knowledge of programming. I mean, zero experience with game development before I started. I didn't know how to program or so. Yeah, we've got a Steam store page, got a Discord channel, and now I'm gonna host somebody. Who else is streaming? Games plus James is making a game, so let's host his channel. Alright guys, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.